Welcome. This is a brief vlog. I'll be talking about my project ZineMachine, which is a page setting program I use to make zines. This is the GitHub, which you can find in my link tree. I'll also leave a link to this in the description. I'm making this just sort of as a progress update to have content on the YouTube channel, and because I'm putting a lot of effort into it, I want to try and move all the social media juice between all my platforms. Specifically trying to bring the work I'm doing on GitHub into YouTube content and bring some of the YouTube interest into GitHub. Or really, the GitHub is just into the tool itself. If I get another, I'm trying to make people make zines. So this is the GitHub. And there's a lot of issues because I have like drafts of ideas here. I'm just sort of going to go through them to what's going on. One format I called it 4-panel. I went to the New Jersey Art Book Fair. Lovely people. They called it accordion, which is a way smarter name for it. So this is just an issue to move the name, and that's just a matter of like changing the text fields. A padding tool. I have one zine I'm waiting to scan. I need to make this padding tool. The artists, as we tend to do, don't respect the page borders. A smarter artist would intentionally go over when they want to do bleeds. We didn't. We just disrespect the page border. And so we need to shrink it if we want to actually print all like the text we printed. And that's what this is. This is going to be a modification of the cropping tool, which is just a... Let me go over to the Python, to the cropping tool. Yes. This is the cropping tool. Pretty much it just uses image magic to cut out the margins. In this case, I'm going to be adding margins, though, which is a similar implementation. The next issue is reorganizing files. This I need to do. I'm not happy with how the actual file structure is laid out. This is subject to change. I have lots of notes trying to figure out how I want them to be. I think this is going to be dependent on auto PDF, which is the big change. Auto PDF would be a script to change the workflow. So the current workflow involves a lot of back and forth. We we do stuff in the terminal. We open Firefox and like print PDFs. Like we go boop, which is kind of hacky, and then you go back to it to unite them. This would just do like an accordion thing, and I'd probably use PDF Kit to do it. I would need to learn how to use PDF Kit. This looks like what I need though. With like this HTML2 stuff. I'm not sure if it'll handle the print settings. A feature of how ZineMachine works is it uses... There's special CSS that affects how this is rendered. And that's what it uses. If you look at, for example, the demi letter, it doesn't look like it's flipped properly until you hit Control P, so we'll have to figure that out. I hope that I can navigate that situation, though. Essentially, though, I probably have, like, working directories. Auto PDF will let me do a lot of other things, like make multi-page zines, which ties into the next possible addition, which is Quadro. I don't have it with me. Lots of Quadro format zines. Take a piece of letter paper and fold it into quarters. That's how size it is. That's the size that it is, and that would oh, and I want to print that instead of just making sketchbooks like I do now, like little notebooks. I want to put actually like a book. However, doing that, because the page length is much more malleable because it comes in sets of 4s and a signature and it's actually bound, you would need to do this thing where the template is drawn from the same four source images, and the program is moving the input images into the template images over and over again. So it goes move, print, throughout, move, print, throughout, etc. The last tool is a divider tool. I have a lot of, for school, PDFs printed like this, where it's a 2-page scan of a book, and that's put in letter paper. It would just cut it in half. It's a modification of the cropping tool, except instead of throwing out the part we crop out, we're doing it twice per page or 4 times per page. If we do this to the demi-letter zines, it's possible to make demi-letter into octo. Demi-letter is easier to do in a word editor than octi-letter, in my opinion. However, it requires a separate workflow for the page setting. This tool would also let us cut demi-letter into octi and remove one part of the workflow that I don't have to maintain anymore. It would also let me make these kinds of like readings into little booklets, which would be super cute and it's fun. Yeah. I think that's all the tools. I hope you enjoyed this impromptu vlog video. Yeah, with no editing. Thank you.